everybody. Welcome to Grommet Live. To be honest, was not quite sure if I was going to be welcoming you to Grommet Live tonight. It has been a very interesting day for I know so many people around the country. And I was really actually quite torn about whether we should do this show or not do the show, given everything that is going on in Florida, and given that my co-host, who is usually joining me at exactly this time, is hunkered down at his home with his family in Florida, in the thick of it, and it is quite a scary storm, as you guys all know. And so I really did struggle with it, and I actually reached out to Greg and said, "What do you think?" And so together we kind of just made the decision that yes, this is happening in Florida, and we are all praying, and our hearts are with all of you. But hopefully a show like this provides some sort of fun in a very difficult time and very scary time. And anyway, we are thinking of you, Greg. We are thinking of all of you and all of your loved ones, everybody who lives in Florida. And many of you know that I have a product line on HSN, and HSN is actually just outside of Tampa. So they are right smack in the center of what is happening. And so I am sending my love and my prayers to my HSN family as well during this time. So anyway, I am actually excited that we are doing this show. We have some really great products, and the makers who have launched this week, their heart and their souls are so in this, and I just am so honored to represent them and to share their products with all of you. And I thank them, the ones that were able to be here with us inside the chat, and those that weren't able to be here because of our circumstance. I hope that everybody else who is here can support them in a really big and meaningful way. And when I say that, many of you know, if you have been on Grommet, if you've been a part of Grommet Live before, you know that the chat is a really big deal to us. And tonight is actually, I'm going to say it's even a bigger deal because so many of the brands aren't able to be here, and everybody's dealing with such difficult times that it's kind of up to all of us to really rally and get that chat going. Because when that chat gets going strong, people at all the different social media platforms that we are streaming to, which tonight we are streaming to Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn, kind of all over the place, and they start paying attention when they see something exciting going on. So I am hoping that despite everything happening in our country right now, despite Mother Nature, that we can really rally and get some excitement going in the chat to really get these products and the inventors and the makers behind these products out in front of as many people as we possibly can. And so much of that, as I mentioned, is dependent on the chat. So tonight is actually a really fun night also, because we recently started, in case you weren't already aware, we started doing, Greg and I, so normally Greg would be with me tonight, but we started doing something really fun, and that is to reward and honor the products and the makers behind the products that won Product of the Week. And if you are not familiar with Grommet, the way Grommet works is we launch about 15 to 20 products every week. And when those products launch for 7 days, it's kind of this frenzy of what do the consumers think? What do the shoppers think? Which products do they like? And they can upvote the products. And Grommet pays attention to the upvoting, and they have a whole algorithm. And at the end of the week, a winner is determined. So the person that has the most, what we call upvotes, is the winner of Product of the Week. So we have the Product of the Week winner from a couple weeks ago with us tonight. It's actually a twosome, and they are really, really fun. And I was so excited when I heard that they won and that we got to have them on as guests. So they are waiting in the green room. So thank you guys for your patience. You know who you are. And they're going to be joining us near the end of the show. And so they're going to tell us a little bit about their story and give us a chance to ask them questions, find out about their journey, find out what happens next after winning Product of the Week and what's going on with their product and what's sort of on the horizon. So come with questions and be curious and come with those virtual high fives, and all that goes on inside the chat. Now, I am seeing the chat. I'm seeing all of the chats on my screen. Wherever you are watching this from, whether it's Facebook or YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever it is, you're seeing your own chats. So you're not seeing everybody's. I will tell you that typically the most active chat is on Facebook on Grommet's page. So if you're wanting to go see where all the action is, that's where I would hop over to, although it's great no matter where you are. And I'm seeing lots of people already jumping on. We have some makers in the house. We have the maker of a great product that I've been using that actually is another product of the week winner. And I'm going to hold you in suspense, but we're going to be featuring, we're going to have him on as a guest. I think, I don't know the date, but coming very soon. He just recently won product of the week. So this is going to be really fun. And I actually reached out to him personally begging to have his product on the show. So I'm really excited that he is able to be here inside the chat. And I'm excited that all of you guys are here and that you are, getting to know Grommet Live if you haven't already. And a little fun kind of perk to being a part of Grommet Live, especially when it's live, is the fact that we do giveaways. So we are going to go ahead and I'm going to have Jen, our producer, put the giveaway link up. If you have not already entered, this is where you do it. So you're just going to take your phone out, you're going to take a quick click, and then enter your name and your email address, and that's it. Now, because you are here live, if you want to double your chances, all you have to do is put the word giveaway in the chat, and Jen is keeping tabs, and she will give you an extra chance to win. So I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because typically the second chancers are becoming our big winners. So definitely do that. And as we go along tonight, if you see a product that you really like, definitely let me know in the chat, because I'm still kind of jury's out on which products I'm going to choose for the giveaways. And so what you guys have to say really does mean a lot. So definitely put any great ideas in the chat. Let me know. Okay, let's see. Jen is chiming in, telling you guys to double your chances with the giveaway. And our product of the week winner just jumped in. So that's fun having them here. And let's see, do I have any more housekeeping that I am not thinking of? Other than, if you have not been here before, what you will find is that as I start to talk about products, they're going to come up right over here, and you're going to see the picture of the product, you're going to see the name of the product, and then you're going to see a QR code beneath the product. Now, what that QR code is for is a couple things. First and foremost, if we're talking about the product, you think this is a super cool product, like, wow, what a great invention, and you think, how cool that this person kind of took a risk and brought it to life and is having success with it, then give them an upvote. And so that's really the first thing that you're doing with that QR code, is you're just saying, yes, great job. But by doing that, you're getting a little thank you in return. You are getting a 20% discount that you can use either tonight or a year from now or a week from now or whenever you want, or never. You can just use it to just say, good job. But you do have that 20%. And for those more high ticket items, that 20% can be quite meaningful. So definitely, don't be shy with the QR code, because it's no obligation. You're not committing to anything, but you are getting the 20% in case you want to purchase it down the road or tonight. So that's kind of cool, kind of a win-win. Sherry, I have to say hello to Sherry. And let's see who else is in here that I have missed. I saw a bunch of stuff going on over there. Okay, good. Okay, any questions before we get started? Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started. And I actually have no idea who is in the chat and who isn't. Usually we do know ahead of time, but because this has been such a funky day, and there's, just such mayhem going on in the world right now, it's all a little bit different. So we're going to just wing it and figure it out as we go. Okay? All right, we've got Monica. Monica just doubled her chances. Good job, Monica. And I know Monica has won a giveaway before. I do know that. All right, I'm kind of excited about this one. And I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about this one. I find this one very, very interesting. I have actually used a product like this in the past. My daughter and I did a product like this in the past. We found it so, what will I say, sort of disgustingly satisfying when we saw it on social media. We thought, does this thing work? We have to try it. So we went ahead and ordered it. It was not the ones that Grommet has. So I need to preface that, because the ones that Grommet has, I'm going to go into it, but this is a whole different level. But just the concept I had tried before. And I really thought it was very, very interesting. When I say the concept, what I am talking about is, who has ever tried detoxifying foot pads? Anybody where you stick them on the bottom of your feet, you're seeing it right there. So the brand that we have is called Soul Serenity. And these are different, as I mentioned, than the ones I tried before. These are volcanic zeolite is their, kind of real key ingredient. I'm going to go into all the details about that. But has anybody tried it? I'm just so curious. It is so interesting. You put these pads, I'm going to show you what they are. Here they are. When you order these, it comes in a bag like this. You're going to get 20 of them. So it's 10 pairs. So what you basically do is you're going to wear these each day for up to 90 days. But you will start seeing results after just a couple days. And what I do is I wear them at night. And so you just open up the package. There are 2 inside the package. I have them on my feet right now, just so you guys can see how disgustingly satisfying they are. I can open it. And they have adhesive on them, much like a Band-Aid. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we've got the 2. So before you go to bed, or you can wear them during the day too, but I just kind of find going to sleep, I don't have to think about them. I put them on my feet. They do recommend, most people recommend you put socks on after you apply them to your feet. So they do have that adhesive. So you're just going to peel the back off, put them on the bottom of your feet, and then put socks on. I don't do the socks. And this brand in particular, the other one that my daughter and I tried, I did need to do socks because they didn't stick. So they would come off in the middle of the night. These I've worn for 3 nights in a row, and they have not come off at all. So I can say that the adhesive is actually quite good on these. So up to you whether you want to or not. But they do say that part of the reason that they work is because of the sweat glands. So our feet have an extraordinary amount of sweat glands. So the good thing about that for this whole process is that not only are they able to absorb what's in this adhesive, so the pad that would normally be a Band-Aid, this actually has 13 very powerful, is it 13? I'm getting 2 products mixed up, but very powerful, but all natural ingredients that are all for detoxifying. And the key ingredient, again, being that zeolite. So what that does is that's really all about binding impurities. So I got very excited of the timing of all of this because I recently just purchased, I can't remember the name of it, but it is a binding supplement that you actually, in the form of a pill that you drink, and then it's supposed to, any sort of impurities, whether it's heavy metals, whether you're in a place where you're concerned about mold or anything like that, it actually acts as like a magnet for those impurities, and it kind of sucks them to that and then expels them out of the body. And so I recently, for various reasons, thought I'm going to try that because I had heard a few people really rave about when they did that kind of a cleanse, how good they felt and how clear-headed they felt and how more energetic, all of that. And I just thought I'm going to give that a try and just kind of, see what happens. And so I just recently started that. But when I found out that we were getting these and I started reading all the benefits of the ingredients in these specifically, I was so excited because I like this better because you're actually seeing the impurities being pulled out of you. And that's a good thing and a bad thing because it's really pretty gross, to be honest. I actually had saved some to show you guys, and evidently somebody threw them out because I could not find them. So, which is why I put them on my feet. But I only put them on like an hour ago. I'm going to take one off right now. So even after an hour, I'll show you what. I must love you guys to do this, but this is, you're seeing how it's gotten kind of dark and yucky. By morning, this would be, let me just show you a picture. So here's what they look like when you put them on. Your beautiful feet, they're nice and, white like a bandage. And then when you wake up in the morning and you take them off, most typically you will see one of these, and you'll notice that each one has a different color to it. So the one with the really dark, which I have to say, let's see, which one would I say mine was? I would say mine was, well, I'm a little torn. I was going to say this one or this one. But depending on what toxins it's pulling out of your body, it's going to be a different color because of that. So I really wanted to show you this particular slide so you would understand what is being pulled out of your body. But what my daughter and I found really interesting is because at first we thought, oh, is it a gimmick? Is that there's some kind of chemical in these that when it reacts to the sweat in your feet, it just automatically changes color. But because we used them for, I think we did about 10 days when we originally tried them. And over time, it became less and less. So we would put the same pad on each night and we would wake up and we'd compare it with each other. What does yours look like? What does yours look like? So what I was noticing is, oh my gosh, it really is detoxifying me because each night there's less and less of the grossness on the pad. So I was a believer even in that one, which was not a good brand by any stretch, and who knows what was in that one. This one by Soul Serenity is, I felt really good about being able to represent this product with all of you because of the ingredients. And each one is very thoughtfully put into these pads. And so inside each pad is, as I mentioned, is several different ingredients, starting with the key ingredient, which is the volcanic zeolite, but it also has wormwood. Sounds lovely, I know, but that is specifically for the liver, so detoxifying the liver. And then there's ginger, which is put there mostly for sweating and cleansing, that evidently kind of kicks that into gear. And there is a bamboo vinegar, and that is for drainage and circulation. There's green tea. So as you can, I could go on and on, but each one is all natural. These are botanicals, but each one has its own properties that it is known to do in terms of detoxifying. So you're basically just putting it on the bottom of your foot, and then you're waking up in the morning, and it has, because for instance, the ginger has kicked in and kind of opened up those sweat glands and started that drainage process. And then the zeolite is the binder. So it's actually pulling the chemicals in and then taking them out of your body. So I love the concept of it. I wish I could say that I've been using these for, what they say is within just a few days, you'll start noticing the benefits of it. So just a few days. Some people, if you go on and you read reviews on it, some people are saying the first time they used it, they woke up feeling more clear-headed, more refreshed, more energetic. And so those are the kinds of things that you can expect to get from using these, which I'm all about it. If it's going to give me that, I'm very happy. So again, I haven't used it long enough to say all of those things, but I have used it long enough to see that it takes a lot of gunk out of my body. And as far as the benefits, again, it's not long enough to tell. So I have to come back and let you guys know. But I was very meticulous about reading all of the reviews, and there was so much crossover in what people were saying and then thinking about the different ingredients that they put in, it all just makes a lot of sense to me. And one other thing I really love about this product and this offering that they have on Grommet is that it's so affordable. So what you're getting at that $20, so you're getting the 20% discount. So it's normally almost $25. You're getting it for 20, and you're getting 20 foot pads. So 10 pairs. So that's 10 nights. And because you're detoxifying, you at the most, you want to do it for 90 days. But, it depends on when you feel better and all of that. So those 10, that's a good amount. That to me, that 10 days, you'll know whether this is working well for you and it's something that you want to continue or not. And so I think it's a great price if you look around and you see, because there are other, as I mentioned, there are other brands that do similar. As far as I could tell, and I did a lot of comparing, I like the ingredients in this one much better than any other that I have found. And then of course the pricing on Grommet is really spot on too. So I love that. And so again, I've got to go in the chat because I know I asked the question. Let's see, what is the contents of the pad and the reaction to heat from my foot? So, and that's from Madeline. Madeline, that's a great question. And so the contents is kind of what I went over with the ginger and the bamboo vinegar and the green tea and the zeolite, wormwood, all of that. And then some, there's many more, and then I described each benefit of each one. But from what I understand, the heat of the foot, that reaction is important. Hence probably the reason that they do say to wear socks at night. So there's a couple reasons. Number one, so they don't come off, which is a complaint that a lot of people have with other brands. every review I found agreed with me that this one does not come off. So that was not an issue for me at all. But as you can imagine, if you're wearing socks, it is going to kind of kick in that, the warmer foot with the sweat and all of that. So I do think that plays in. And do we have the makers? I do not think we have the makers in the chat tonight, because I would like to have them expand upon that. If we do, let's see. Okay, no, I don't think we do. So yeah, I hope that answers that. Okay, Jen is telling me no, they are not in the chat tonight. But I don't know. I think there is something to it. And I thought that before. I wouldn't have tried it with my daughter, although we were just kind of very curious. But anytime I do a product on Grommet Live, I do so much research before I can feel comfortable saying, yes, I will authentically get behind this product on Grommet Live. So know that I have looked into this. I've looked at all the different ingredients and really felt like this could be something. Now, again, because I can't vouch for it over time, I don't know. But what I can commit to is that I'm going to continue using these for the 90 days and really kind of be thinking about all of those benefits and how they affect me. And I will come back and share that with you guys, because I am hoping that it works. I'd much rather do this than take a binding supplement. Although I've heard great things about that too. But the idea of it, the concept behind it is fantastic, really. And I know that with our environmental pollutants these days, all the things that are coming at us, if there's ever been a better time to think about ridding your body of these chemicals and toxins and pollutants, now is a great time to do that. So that is my take. And any other questions? There were a couple really good ones, so thank you guys for that. Okay, we are going to move on. We're going to switch gears to something just a little bit more fun and festive, a lot more fun and festive. This one, I'm really sad to not have my co-host with me for this one. This is such a fun product and definitely has its market for sure. I love, I just love the concept of it. At a certain time in my life, I would have been all about this, I am sure. And I can name lots of people who would be all about this right now. But I think what they've created with this is really quite brilliant. And so I was excited, even though I'm not a big, it can be used for lots of different things. So I'm not going to make assumptions, but I'm not a big take a shot kind of a girl. I can definitely appreciate this, but this is not just about taking shots. This is called Flask Cap. So Flask Cap. But it is all about this technology that they have created called free pour technology. So what this does, their whole idea, and the brains behind this is actually a gentleman named Drew. I don't know if Drew is here or not. This is the first night where it's all kind of up in the air because of lovely Milton who's getting in our way. But anyway, the whole idea being he's all about friends and family, and why do we have to be at a bar to enjoy a cocktail with friends and family? Why can't we take the bartender, the bar outside? So this is a water bottle of sorts that allows you to kind of be your own bartender. Now, when I say that, it is really sort of a self-serve, and you can decide in real time how strong you want your drink or not. So what the heck am I talking about? Well, let's open it up so I can show you. When I open this, you will see the brilliance in this. And that is that this is a universal lid top. So this can fit, it does, they comes with this, but you can also put this on really any other bottle. And what this is called is the well. I hope I'm saying that right. I think it is the well. So this is the well, and the well comes off. And in this, you can put whatever kind of liquor that you want. So whether it's vodka or tequila or whiskey or whatever your drink of choice is, put that in here. And then inside the bottle is going to be your mixer. So whether it is grapefruit juice or soda water or whatever that is. And so once you fill this, now this holds up to 6 ounces. So equating that to bartender speak, this would be 6 shots. Okay. Then you put this on. And once it's on, the magic is really in this button right here. So when you push this button, you can determine, so then this goes on here, and then you can determine how strong your drink is or not. So you can have a drink that has 0 alcohol in it, or whatever it is that you put inside. And to do that, you just basically don't push the button. But if you want to have a full shot, you're going to push it all the way. And so that's going to give you a shot. And if you just push it half, you're basically making sort of like a light cocktail. So again, you're regulating how strong your drink is or not in that moment. But the idea being that you're having a what looks like a water bottle, and what is a water, it's a great water bottle by itself. It's that double wall insulation. But if you want, you've got the alcohol in there, and you can dispense it, your own little kind of flask with a sort of a, what is that called? Kind of a spigot to dispense it however you want. And then it's got this handle that has 2 positions, as you can see, like that. So when it is in the up position, you can't hit that button, as you can see, like that's protected. So that kind of helps from any accidental, or so it's just kind of a little protective mechanism there. But then when you put it in the down position, suddenly that button is there, and you can press it and do whatever the heck you want with that. So I think it is quite clever. And I'm curious what you guys think. It's, from an invention standpoint, it's really quite smart. And let's see. So here's the bot. So you saw the metal one, but then they also have this one here. And of course, BPA free. And, they hit all the marks in terms of quality, and in terms of, making sure that they're for all the regulations and things like that. They've done a fantastic job. And I love the idea that you are your own bartender, or you're taking this and maybe you're with a group of friends and you become the bartender, and you're pouring drinks for people and dispensing it based on what they're wanting. I mean, it's just so fun. And this is made in the USA. Another thing I really appreciate, I always look for this with water bottles, because at Grommet we get so many water bottles, and the ones that think about having that tapered bottom so that it could fit into a cup holder. I think that's just so important. And with something like this, like think of golfers, they're on their golf cart, they want to fit that right into the little cup holder. So they did a great job with that. And then I always mention I love having a handle to carry a water bottle around with. So this definitely does that. We've talked about alcohol. Of course, that is probably the reason that they created it, but there's so many other uses as well. Like I know that the whole sort of liquid IV, the electrolytes and all of that has become a really big deal. So you could also put that into there. You can put, what else was I thinking of? Oh, it came up with a couple like supplements and pre-workout and different kinds of uses for it. But I do love the dispensing mechanism of it. I think it's really, really clever. And this is not their first product. This one actually came out, I believe, in 2023. They launched their company in 2016 with another product. So now they're having some fun with it, and kind of veering off and getting into different worlds, which is, I mean, same general vicinity, but some new products, which is super cool. So, and I mean, the videos and everything, go to their product listing page, because some of their images are really great, and the social media posts and all of that, you get a real feel for how much people are just loving this and why this is becoming such a big deal. So if thinking of holiday gifting, so if you have those kind of younger, whether it's college or people that go to music festivals and sporting events and things like that, what a fun gift, but also like not gimmicky, in the sense that it's very, very quality, very, very premium, really, really nicely done. So as far as the content, so if you don't have your little well in it, this is going to hold up to 26 ounces. And then if you do have this in it, it's 21 ounces. So just a little tidbit in case anyone's interested. And of course you can make mocktails too. It does not have to be cocktail at all. What else did I miss? Oh, I wanted a couple things. It is dishwasher safe. So that is a question that I get a lot. So this is dishwasher safe. It's also 100% leak proof. They really hang a lantern on that. So they really did an amazing job making sure that it is leak proof. So I don't want to forget that. So, great. I talked about golfing, but just the beach and camping and boating, and like you could go on and on with all the fun uses you can have with this. So that is it. That is last cap. And I am sorry that Drew is not able to join us, but Drew, congratulations to you on a very cool invention. And I'm sure you will have an amazing fourth quarter with that puppy. That's for sure. And I can't wait to see where you go next, because no doubt it's going to be fun and it's going to be well done. So thank you for that. Okay, we are going to move on to, we're going to completely switch gears again. This is a product that I actually had already been using. And you may have seen this product. Grommet sent out an email newsletter not too long ago, really maybe just a couple days ago even, about this. And I was excited to read the newsletter because I've been using it. And I think it is really smart. And I can vouch for the fact that it really works. So many of you guys know that I have been dealing with a lot of pain issues in terms of my back, my low back. I do have it's a degenerative disc, and so it is pinching a nerve in a really fun way, and the pain can kind of get into my hip, and it can go all the way down. Where I get the worst pain is my shin, the front of my shin. And so I have been doing physical therapy, and I've had epidurals, and I've tried so many different things. And when I saw this product, it is called Pain Gone. You may have seen it before. And I apologize that I am backwards here, but this one is called Pain Gone Plus, and it is an automatic TENS pen. And I'm not sure, and I'd be curious if you guys know what a TENS pen is or what even TENS technology is. But basically, it is shaped much like a pen, as you see. So just like that. And it is designed to target pain and sort of zap it away with no chemicals, with no drugs, with no wires, no cables, no nothing. So it's a very portable pain relief device, which that is speaking my language, I have to say, because I am out and about a lot. I do travel a lot, and I'm dealing with this pain, and I find that I'm in a hurry a lot. And having this in my purse, just when I'm really like, oh, it really hurts, all I do is I take this out. There are 2 batteries inside, so it's 2 AAA batteries. It comes with the batteries, so it's very sort of easy to get started, all inclusive. And I put the batteries in, and then all I have to do is you're going to hold it just like this. So you're wrapping your hand around it like that, and then your thumb is going on the button right there. And then there's nothing sharp about it, as you can tell. So no needle, nothing like that, but there is just a metal tip to it. I'm not sure if you can see that metal tip. And so you're going to put that directly on your skin, and then you're going to press that button wherever that pain is for you. Now, this could be chronic pain, or this could be just pain related to maybe you overdid it on the basketball court, or, just kind of muscle aches and pains, things like that. But what you do is you're just going to press the button, and it's going to be on the skin for roughly 30 seconds. And so at first I was a bit of a chicken, and I lasted all of like 10 seconds, but it was a start. And then I did a little more, and then a little more, and then I made it up to 30 seconds. And now, I hate to say it, but I kind of crave those 30 seconds. When I'm hurting, I'm thinking, where's my pen? Because it really does. I don't know how it does it, but it kind of just puts some sort of a little shock into your muscle or whatever it is that's aching you, and relieves it almost instantly, I want to say. I mean, within 2 minutes, I feel pain relief. And so I really can vouch for the fact that this, for me, it works. And lots of reviews. I did find reviews in various different places, and people really love this. And this was developed by a gentleman named Preben Nonskov. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm certain he's not here because he's from Denmark, and he's an inventor in Denmark. And his wife was having a lot of pain, and he was trying to find a solution for his wife. And he was actually at a medical exhibit in America, and he saw these big TENS units for hospitals and thought, the concept is so smart. Why can't we take a TENS unit, for these big facilities and big appliances and things, and turn it into something that is sort of a personal device? So maybe, not on as big of a scale in terms of, how strong it is, but tone it down and make it a personal device that anyone can use. And so that was his light bulb moment. And he brought started working on that and started with his wife and had such great results. And it has just taken off in a huge way. I think they've sold 2 million of these to date. And most all that I know of, all the reviews that I can find are very, very positive. So look at the Grommet price. It's normally $59.99. They're doing something special that's not indicated here that I want to mention. And that is that they are doing if you buy 2, you get 1 for free. So what that does is that takes that $59.99 down to $39.99 per unit. So that's where they're coming up with that. So, I mean, honestly, when I first saw this pin, and this was before I saw it on Grommet, I thought this was going to be like, well over $100 for what I was reading, if not 200, 249, something like that, for what I knew that it was going to do. And so when I saw the $59.99 price, I was like, well, it's worth trying, because if it doesn't work, I can always send it back. And so sure enough, I did try it and it worked for me. I mean, does it solve my problem? Does it mean I'm not going to have a pinched nerve? No, but it does solve my pain in the moment. And for me, that's a win. So I really like that. Sherry is asking a question. Let's see here. I have a small TENS unit with the pads that I use, but this would be so much more convenient. Yes. And I used to have a unit like that when I was younger, actually, with my scoliosis. So I do know what you're talking about. And this is just a different ballgame, because you're not having to be hooked up with the pads and the wires and the cables and all of that. It's just so easy and so convenient. So I love it. I think it's very, very cool, and very, whether it's, here's a couple things I will say. So it works great on my shin, works great on my hip, my low back. You can use it on your arms. You can use it really, what I would say, anywhere below the chest. I don't like the idea of using this near your heart at all. And they say definitely not near your carotid arteries or anything like that. So based on everything I've read, I would go below the heart, and that you can use it anywhere below the heart, and you're safe to go. I just keep it in my purse like this, but I do keep this, and it's, just a nice home for it. And it's, got the cushy. So it's really nicely done. It's so convenient. It's so affordable. So whether it's for you or somebody else in your life that either has chronic pain, or maybe you have an athlete that, off and on, there's all these, athletic pains and aches and things like that. This is just a great solution. Is it easy to reach your back though? Well, for me, the way I use it, you can have someone do it for you for sure, but I do my low, kind of on the right side, my low back, and that's very easy for me to do. But I guess if you had something in the middle, that would be a little more difficult. For sure. So I would probably have somebody else do that for you. But my shin, my hip, the front of my thigh, like that, this whole area, I'll do all the different spots on it. But definitely, if you're having a shoulder issue, something like that, you could definitely clearly do that yourself. And just so easy and so nice. Just, I feel like sometimes you're having pain and you want that instant relief. Yes, you can take your, Tylenol or whatever the medication, ibuprofen, whatever it is that you take, but you have to wait for that to take effect, and you're hurting right then and there. Or you can put ice on it, but that takes a while. And so, part of kind of your arsenal of pain management, it's a great, great addition. So highly recommend. And so again, that QR code, whether you're going to use it now, or it's something that's just kind of you're remotely interested, or you just think it's a cool invention and you want to let Preben know that. I know that he would appreciate that. And Grommet appreciates it, because Grommet is really paying attention to what you guys like. So it's important to them to know what you're upvoting, because they want to bring you more products like that. So they start to get a sense of what's important to you, and they're all about making their shoppers happy. So that is a win-win, I should say. Okay, we are going to move on to the next one. And I know this one, he is in the house. This one I'm also using right now. Hate to admit it, but I do need a little help with my sleep. And as I mentioned earlier on, in case you were in at the top of the hour, I did track him down. I saw that he was doing very well on Grommet. He was getting lots and lots of upvotes, and he did so well that he did end up being product of the week. So congratulations. And so we are going to be having him on for that as well. Oh, I have to stop. Jen, my producer, just reminded me. I almost forgot. I never forget this. This could be the first time I've ever forgotten the giveaway. So we do have a giveaway to do. So let's do that. And then, so I gave you a little teaser there about the next product that if you are someone who struggles at all with sleep, you're going to love knowing about this one. But let's go ahead and do our giveaway. And, ooh, which one do I want to do? I think I'm going to give away the foot pads because I think they're so kind of cool and interesting. And you know, it's natural. It can't hurt anything and it can certainly help. So I think we're going to do a bag of these guys. So the foot pads by Soul Serenity. And these are the advanced with the zeolite. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to find out in just a second who the winner is. And I will let you guys know. Let's see here. My phone's going very slow. Oh, I don't have a winner yet. Jen, my producer. Oh, okay, it's coming up here instead. Okay, we have a winner of the Detox Foot Pads, 20 of them, a whole bag. And the first winner is Carla BC. So Carla, congratulations. Oh, all these texts are coming up, so my phone must have been slow, so I apologize for that. Congratulations, you are the big winner of the Soul Serenity Foot Detox Pads. So Jen will reach out to you. She will get your shipping address and get that sent out to you. And you have to let us know if it works for you. And if you're really brave, I would love to see a picture of, again, mine was not so bad tonight, but by morning, it's not a pretty picture. I don't think you guys would have wanted to see it. It does smell kind of interesting. Not horrible. Actually, not bad. Interesting is the word I want to use. So again, congratulations to Carla. We do still have one more giveaway to do. And so you are going to enter there if you haven't already. And if you haven't doubled your chances yet and you are here live, why not? So go ahead and put the word giveaway into the chat so you can double your chances of winning tonight. Okay, let's see. I'm hoping our maker is still with us. I think he is. I think he is. Okay, so I started to tell you about our next product and about the fact that I am all about trying things having to do with sleep. And this product, that one product of the week on Grommet, is called Sleep Fuel. Now, I have got a couple of them here. This is my own personal sleep fuel because I'm going to, actually, I don't want to fall asleep during the show, so I probably won't actually spray it. But this is the container right here. And again, it's backwards. I'm sorry, but what is inside is what you're seeing in that picture right there. So it is almost looks like a paint pen, if you will, but it is so not a paint pen. This is actually a spray. It's sort of like a breath spray. I remember trying to think of what the brands were that used to do the breath spray. So I sort of thought maybe that's what it was. I wasn't sure how this whole thing worked. But what it is it is an all-natural sleep aid. And the maker of Sleep Fuel was noticing that there are lots of sleep aids on the market, as we all know, but there's none that really helps with brain health and sleep at the same time. And that he wanted, and also the delivery mechanism, he thought we could do better. And so that was his goal in creating Sleep Fuel. And I think he's done a very good job. Right away, what I thought of is, well, what about melatonin? Because I do use melatonin sometimes when I travel, when I go to HSN and, you know, so across the country and I'm dealing with the jet lag, or I know I have to get up really early to do a show at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, melatonin really helps me to go to sleep quickly when maybe I'm not so tired. So this definitely can take the place of melatonin. And there's a lot of press right now about the things that are wrong with melatonin. So I was kind of excited to learn about this because evidently this does not have any of those things that is supposedly wrong with melatonin. In fact, recently learned that melatonin has been banned in the UK. So I thought that was really quite surprising because for so long you always heard it's safe and you can have as much as you want and all of that, but evidently not so. But what I hear from so many people when they take melatonin, and I notice it myself as well, there's two things I notice. One is I wake up groggy. I don't feel quite on like I want to feel. I mean, what is the point of getting a good night's sleep if you're waking up not feeling good? Right? And so that's kind of a downfall of melatonin. The other thing for me, I'm curious because I know a lot of people do take melatonin. is that, yes, it can help me get to sleep, but I end up waking up not long after, and then I have trouble going to sleep again. So it does put me to sleep, but does it keep me asleep? That is kind of an issue for me. Evidently, it is not great with hormones and also not great for your metabolism. So new things that I learned. Well, with Sleep Fuel, he has put together a formulation of 13 ingredients that are very powerful botanical ingredients, and each one, once again, very targeted to a specific a specific thing. And I can, so many of the ingredients I looked at and I'm familiar with, and I went, yep, that's great for that. Yep, that's great for that. So I loved the ingredient list when I saw it, like lemon balm. I don't know how many are familiar with that, but that is a wonderful ingredient on lots of levels, and that is one of the key ingredients. And also chamomile and passion flower and peppermint, and so really natural. But what you do is you're just going to take the top off like that, and it is a spray. And what they recommend is 8 sprays, and you're either going to do that in the side of your cheek or under your tongue. I got a little nervous when I always get nervous with things like this. So I start slow and then I work up to it. So the first night I did 5 sprays. And so I don't know if you have to do 8 to make it work, and so I would be curious. I'd love for you to let us know in the chat if is that kind of a hard and fast rule, or, start slow and work up to that. So that is a question I had. So I started with the 5, and I have to tell you, I did fall asleep very, very quickly. And they say 10 to 15 minutes, which again, melatonin is longer than that. And many of the sleep aids are a lot longer than that. But this is 10 to 15 minutes. And that is what I noticed is I did it and I was kind of nervous, like what's going to happen now? And typically I'll fall asleep to my favorite show, which I can never seem to get through an episode because I always fall asleep. But I do turn it on and watch about half of my show before I fall asleep. This time I did my 5 sprays and I don't even remember the opening of the show. That's the truth. And so, because I did them and then I got my PJs on and all that and I laid into bed and I just think I fell right to sleep. And this was the first night. Okay, he is here. Alberton is saying this was not designed as a pediatric. Oh, because somebody in the chat was asking, is it safe for kids? Not designed as a pediatric product. So you would need to discuss using this with your doctor. I will say, and that's, the founder of the product speaking. So definitely listen to that. But I will say, I do like the fact that all the ingredients that you have listed are all natural. And so that was really nice to hear. And, I didn't understand the potency of them, which is why I started with the 5. So, Alberton, can you let us know about that? Because I know you recommend the 8, but do some people start lower and work up to that? Do some people do more? Just curious about that. But I love this in terms of travel too. In fact, I'm going on a red eye tomorrow night. I'm actually heading to Georgia to see my daughter for Parents Weekend at UGA. And so my flight leaves, I think, at 10 o'clock at night. And so this would be that perfect thing where I can just do the sprays in my mouth, fall right to sleep. And then when I wake up, it is a nonstop flight, luckily, fortunately, and then feel good when I wake up. And so that's the other thing that I noticed in using this. I do not feel groggy when I wake up. I feel very clear-headed and energetic. And so that to me is kind of the seal of approval, because I don't have time to take something that makes me feel yucky the next morning and that makes me like really drag before I can get going. I did not notice that at all with this. The beauty is that you can customize your dosage, spray more or less as needed. Fall asleep in 15 minutes. That is definitely what I noticed. So anybody that is struggling with sleep, now price wise, okay, so I could imagine at first glance, it's typically $44.99 for the one. With the Grommet discount, that is a meaningful discount. It goes down to $36. And I can imagine that seems like high. Well, I could just buy melatonin for $9 or whatever you pay at the grocery store or at the pharmacy. These are very premium ingredients. And Alberton, because I still have a lot in mine and I've used it several nights, but I'm curious, how long does this typically last? So how many sleeps will we get with one Sleep Fuel canteen? I don't know what we call it. But I'm curious about that. But I do understand the price point because the ingredients are so premium. And if you are able to fall asleep quickly and wake up feeling great, cannot put a price on that. That is for sure. And it is a 30-night supply. And so I'm assuming that would mean if you're doing 8 sprays, it's 30 nights. So I think I'm still not up to 8. I think I'm doing 6. I think I started with 5, then I inched up to 6, and I kind of stayed there. And because I do worry about waking up groggy, but I haven't with this yet. So, but I haven't needed 8. So I'm happy with my 6. So maybe mine will last 35 days or 38 days or whatever that would be. So anyway, I am a believer in Sleep Fuel. I love it. I actually did gift it. My son just had his 23rd birthday, and I did gift it to him. And he's like, Mom, that's kind of a weird present for you to give your son. But I know he's like his mom, where his mind goes at night. He's sort of a very entrepreneurial. He's always thinking of ideas, and he's texting me in the middle of the night. And so I thought, and he has this big new job that he's really, diving into in a big way. And so a good night's sleep I thought would be great for him. So I did give it to him. I don't know if he's used it yet, but I need to reach out to him and find out how it's working for him. I'm sure it's working well. But this does equate, he's putting in the chat, thank you for saying that. It equates to $1.20 per night. I mean, $1.20 to have a great night's sleep, $1.20 to go on a red-eye flight, fall asleep and feel good when you wake up. And so I'll report back. Actually, Alberton, I will let you know with the red eye how I did with this, because that would be huge. Because I try to do red eyes. I actually oddly like red eyes because I kind of like to start my day. I don't like to lose the whole day. So I'd rather, if I'm going to lose time, I'd rather lose middle of the night. I don't know, kind of weird. But especially if I can have a good night's sleep on the plane, then that really makes it work. Okay, we are going to move on. And congratulations again, Alberton, on winning Product of the Week. And what a perfect segue for us to introduce our Product of the Week winners, our guests who are inside the green room, waiting to meet all of you, waiting to come on. And I was very excited to have them on. I have a question for them as soon as they come on. But let's see, where are they? There they are. Hi, guys. So this is Michael and Cheryl, everybody. And oh my gosh. Well, I know you have the product with you. Mine are in my purse over there. You have it with you? I can go grab it. Okay, great. So I'm such
Of course we have it with us. We always have, it's the number one job of a salesperson is to have product.
Well, who doesn't have a gadget clip with them at all times? I mean, come on. So guys, I don't know.
You should have at least 20.
Oh, perfect. Oh, good. I love the demo, you guys. So these are so clever. And hence the reason they won Product of the Week. Oh, I was hoping you would bring that. That was when I saw that one. I thought, well, first of all, so timely as we're heading into the holiday season. But this looks like a regular, what do you call those clips that it's based on, right? Not a paper clip, binder clip. But it's so not. If you're looking at it head on, it's rounded, and they have different sizes to them. There you go. So how clever that he took a product really that already exists, but enhanced it in some very clever ways to make it so useful. And I think the name is fantastic. Gadget Clip is just perfect. But the different sizes you're seeing there, but because he rounded it out, it can actually grab on to lots of things and keep things in order very, very easily. Like the things you just saw, like the Christmas lights, like the cords right there. We have them, Jen and I have them in our office with all of our tech cords. We love them for that. And the thing I forgot to say when we had the product on originally until the end, but this is how I'm using it in my front yard right now, is it's so great for gardening because I have these white roses and succulents that love to make their way out onto the sidewalk. And I get in trouble when they go out onto the sidewalk. And so I bring them back with my gadget clips and I attach them to my fence. And it solves it perfectly. Great. So thank you for
very good.
getting me out of trouble in my little neighborhood.
Well, we didn't have a plant we could bring in, so thank you for that description, because the outdoor was actually just a total benefit because we used a stainless steel wing with the medical grade industrial plastic. when I originally invented it, I was thinking just cords, but we use it on our tomato plants. I was looking for something to put our tomato plants, up against the cage. And I thought, oh, you know what? A gadget clip would probably work for this. And it was, boom, light bulb went off. Oh my gosh, you can use this outdoors. So there are so many different uses for gadget clip indoors and outdoors.
Even clipping your Christmas lights onto, not just storing them the way he showed you, but like when you're putting them on your plants and bushes, you don't need as many of them. You don't have to wind it as far. You just kind of place it where you want it and clip it, and it makes setup and take down so much easier. And that wasn't in his original plan. It's just kind of an extra added bonus. We keep finding more and more uses for them.
And that's,
As Cheryl said,
one of
it's
the
the
things I
clip you
love
didn't
about
know you
going
ever
live.
needed.
Say it
Pardon?
again? Wait, I
I said,
missed what
Cheryl
Michael
said
said.
it's the clip that you never knew you needed.
Absolutely. I mean, that was exactly like for me with my garden. It wasn't until I saw your picture of the tomatoes that I went, that's going to solve it for me. I would have never thought about that. And that's what's so fun about this show and I'm such a proponent of live shopping for that reason, is that you're able to talk to us and you're able to hear how other people are using it. And I'm sure
Right.
that the uses are just going to keep coming and coming and coming. It's just one of those things that it's going to be. When did you launch again?
2019.
Oh, it was that long ago. Okay. For some
September.
reason, I thought it was more recent than that. But
Well, yeah, we launched well, it was September 2019, but then what happened in the spring? So then we kind of had to refocus on online marketing at that point. So we feel like we sort of just relaunched.
Yeah, the pandemic kind of put
yeah,
us
I
back a
hear
couple
that
of
a lot.
years.
Kind of wipe those years out.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it is so
We-
smart. And I have to say,
we-
there's for some reason, am I making this up? I thought you were husband and wife because I read your story and it was so cute and so fun. But when you guys were in the chat, were you messing with me saying that you were brother and sister? Did I completely make that up?
No, we have Jesse and Paul with us. They are our marketing team. And we were in Cleveland when you featured the product. So unfortunately, we were not able to be on the show. So thank you, number one, for allowing us to come back. But number two, thank you to Grommet, because you guys have done a phenomenal job in getting the word out and letting people know there's other websites out there that don't do this. I won't tell you their name, Amazon, that you have, and the exposure that you have given us has been fantastic. So I just wanted to say that. But Paul and Jesse were on, and so there might have been some confusion between between that what they were saying and the fact that we've been married 35 years.
I think
Yeah, a
that
lot of
has
our
to
marketing materials say we've been holding it together for 35 years. And so, yeah, we're married.
very cute. Well, one little fun fact that I have to share with all of you who are tuned in and watching right now is, and actually I won't share it. Well, share kind of a tidbit is that, and then Cheryl, you might take it from here. But her day job or her moonlighting job is that she kisses superheroes. Am I getting that right? That's the best superhero for sure. But Dean Cain, Superman, right? You're the girlfriend of Superman and the wife of Hercules. Do I have that right?
Other way around. Other way around. I've
Other way
played
around.
Dean Cain's wife twice and Kevin Sorbo's fiance. So yes, I have kissed both of them on camera, but I come home to him.
Lucky man.
We joke around that I collect superheroes, but I come home to him. So
I
Is this
love
a
it. Are you
shit
guys
you can
having
grin?
fun doing this together?
Well, sometimes, yes. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a lot more work than we probably thought. I think one of the best things is this type of thing where we do get to, communicate with customers and be out in front. Cheryl's my best salesperson. She's a bulldog. So when we do our customer facing shows, she is on it. And when we do other types of shows, whether it's a garden show or something like that, those are the fun things. The packing and all the learning and the late nights and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the more difficult part. So the things that we get to do together, we like it a lot.
You did mention that people would tell us more and more about all of the new ideas and things that they use them for. We would like to mention that if you can, or if you have the opportunity, please take pictures, send them to us. We'll put them on our website. We love to hear all of the new great ideas that people come up with.
Yeah. No, that
Does
really is
Sherry,
important. I'm
does
glad you
Sherry
said
want
that.
us to kiss? Is that what she wants us in the chat? It says, I guess.
Let's see what. Okay. I didn't miss Michael and Cheryl. Maureen is saying that, and then Kevin
No, I
Sorbo
think she was
graduated from my
asking,
high school. I was getting to that one.
I think
Cheryl,
they were
did you
asking
two-
if
Wait. Cheryl Watson, did you two kiss? Oh, are you saying did she and Kevin Sorbo kiss?
I think no, I
Okay.
think that they were asking Sherry if she kissed Kevin Sorbo since they went to high school together. I'm listening to you, Sherry. I think that's what you're saying.
Okay, got it.
Because now
Got
she's
it.
saying
And
no, she did not kiss
not.
him, but I did.
You weren't as lucky as
And he
Cheryl.
doesn't kiss as well as Superman, though.
This is a funny
Really?
story.
Well, let's hear it.
I don't know. We got time? Go ahead.
Go for it.
You got to make it short.
You tell it.
Well, go ahead.
So
I'll finish it. Make it short.
that's why you should tell it.
Okay. All right. Anyway, she's doing a show with Dean Cain, and she comes home. She tells me, I had to kiss Dean Cain. I'm like, you've kissed plenty of men in your career, so it wasn't anything that bothered me. But then we were watching the premiere, and it was a pretty intense kiss, and I was like, wow, okay, how did that come out?
Well, it was just I like to say the script was rewritten so that he could kiss me. Yeah, because the scene was written, or the last line of the film of the scene was supposed to be, "Did we come here for swimming or kissing?" And he says, or I said, arguing or kissing, and I say arguing, and he said, "Well, I came here for kissing," and so then he kisses me. That's not the way it was actually written in the original script. So I like to say he rewrote the script so he could kiss me.
It sounds
Then
like
when
he
we were
did.
watching, I did a little premiere at home for family and friends, and we're watching. And of course, that scene comes along, and everybody's woo woo woo. So at the end of the movie, we had a little question and answer period for the star. And one of our friends says, "So Cheryl, how many times did you have to shoot that scene?" She goes, "I don't know, 4 or 5." I'm like, "All right, hey, wait a minute here."
Even if you get it right the first time, you still have to shoot it from this angle and that angle and wide angle, so.
All in a day's work, kissing superheroes.
It's a tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to, for sure. Well, I am so happy for you guys, and I'm so happy that you are on Grommet. It's such a perfect product for Grommet. It really is. It's just such a great fit. So I'm so glad that you made your way to us, and that I had the honor of getting to interview you guys tonight, and also getting to feature your product the last time, and the bigger honor of getting to use your product all the time. And it's just solving product problems left and right. It is one of those products that is, if not already, going to be a household product everywhere, because it just, like you said,
we'd love to have Gadget Clip as a household name, but I would like to throw out a special thanks to Paul and Jesse. They are the reason we are on Grommet. They picked up the ball and they ran with it. So kudos to you guys. Thank you very much. We're only looking for about 100 more of these things.
And as they're pointing out in the chat, they wanted us to mention the reason it is so useful outside is because it is weatherproof. Because of this medical grade plastic and the stainless steel wings. That's what makes it hold up well. We have it outside.
There's the picture.
Yeah, we have it outside on the plants, but also in our, we have lights outside by our hot tub year round, and they've been in hot Michigan summers, cold Michigan winters, and they've been up there year round for 6 years now. You try that with those cheap little plastic clips you get in the hardware store. They won't last one season, I guarantee that.
Yeah.
And that's the president that said it.
Testimonial. And I'm just thinking Christmas lights just clipping those up toward the gutters and, you know, along the roof line. And yeah, the weatherproof element of that. You guys have done good, and just so useful for everyone. You guys, if you have not picked up gadget clips yet, you've got to do it. It is one of those you will.
They make
and
great
I would use that
stocking
20%.
stuffers.
Yeah, great fun stocking stuffers. So help me out here. The 1520. So it's normally $18.99, and tell everybody what comes in that package for the $15.99 grommet price.
Yeah, that's the multi-pack. That's the 12-pack. You get 4 of each size. So we've got the small, the medium. Cheryl's got the medium, and then the large. Now we do have them in green as we're showing. The multi-pack right now on Grommet is the black, blue, and white. So here's your small. This is your large. And then the blue is the medium size. So you get all the different sizes to be able to try and see which size works out best for all the different uses. Because you know the larger one, like it shows here with the cords, stronger, while the smaller one is a little bit more delicate for smaller cords or smaller plants.
And the medium is better for
in my office.
And then a medium is good for things like your curling iron or hand mixer, things like that.
So when you're on your red eye, you got to keep your cords straight in your suitcase. Gadget clips, your pal.
And I have a lot of cords, let me tell you, because I end up having to bring cameras and all that fun stuff. So you are solving problems for me left and right for sure. So thank you guys again for coming on and being our guests, and congratulations on your big product of the week win, and just wishing you continued success and continued fun getting that success along the way.
Again, kudos to Grommet. We are just thrilled with what you have done for us. It's a great platform, and can encourage anybody that has a product that they want to have launched to get out there. And if Greg's watching, our hearts go out to all of you in North Carolina, Georgia, that are still suffering from the hurricanes. Our thoughts and prayers are with you guys.
Thank you for saying that. Okay, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. We're going to do the last giveaway and then say goodnight to everybody. So thank you guys all for being here. And for our last giveaway this evening, what am I going to give away? Let's see. Oh, goodness. I think we're going to do some sleep fuel. I hope you're okay with that, Alberton. I hope you're still here with us. So we are going to give this away because I really would like to hear from other people what you think of it, because it is a relatively new product and I'm really happy with it. So excited to find out what you guys think. So we are giving this away, and let's find out who the winner is. The winner is Barbara Holder. So Barbara, congratulations. You are the lucky winner of 30 good night sleeps, waking up feeling energetic and not groggy. How about that? Jen will reach out to you, and I'm not sure if you're in the chat or live here with us tonight, but she will reach out and get your shipping address and make sure that you get one of these sent to you, and you just let us know what you think. And with that, I want to say good night to everybody. Thank you again for being here. And again, as Michael and Cheryl just said, sending prayers, sending well wishes to Greg, to everybody that is in the path of the storm that is heading, if not already landed, in Florida and beyond. Just praying that it is not as bad as everybody has anticipated. So everybody be well and be safe.